I've got a question for you. How would you like to close 30% of all the prospects you talk to? How would you like to close 40%, 50%, 75%, which is the closing ratio that I have in my coaching business? Not because I'm a genius, it's because of the strategies and the approach that I've put into place. Uh, Now, typically, no matter how bad you are in sales, you will close 10% of the people that you put in front of. That's my life experience. No matter how, unless you're really pissing people off, excuse the language, 10%, no matter what you do, people have decided to buy when they come into the store or when they're talking to you. So that 10% is nothing to do with your skill. It's just you're at the right place at the right time. And unless you push the prospect away, they are there to buy. Now, before I get into how you can increase your conversion rate and your income and your life, the quality of your life for you and your family, my name is Razmig Malkizian. I am a sales professional. For over 30 years, I've been dealing with public, and I've been a student of how individuals make decisions, starting with looking at myself. And I've discovered firsthand the power of words, how they affect the way you look at life, the things you notice, and often how you miss things, opportunities that are right in front of your nose or passing right in front of you. To hone my craft, over 3 years ago, I certified as a high ticket closer. And since then, I've generated millions of dollars, launched new product categories for the accounts that I've been working on. I've managed the remote sales teams, trained them, coached them. And over the 30 years that I've been involved in sales, I've coached, trained, mentored, guided hundreds, if not thousands of individuals to unleash their potential, believe in themselves, and create the vision that their current reality was preventing them from attaining. Over 3 years ago, I became a high ticket closer. Over 2 years ago, I certified as a high ticket coach. And today, I'm on a mission to help 1 million individuals overcome their limiting beliefs and their conditioning to create a life of meaning and fulfillment and achieve the vision that they have. So back to our subject. If you are selling in the way that you understand how to communicate, you are at most dealing with 10-15% of the population, of the people that you talk to. That is communicating based on the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would like done unto you. In sales, there's a better principle to work on, which is the platinum rule, and that is do unto others in the way they would like to be done to. So then you're activating empathy, you're listening to what they want, you're paying attention to their body language, to their signals, to the words that they're using, their concerns, what it is that they are trying to achieve. And you are, instead of pushing yourself on them, you are looking to understand where they're coming from and solving their problem. So that's one way that you can do that. And if that's something you're familiar with, share in the chat, participate in the conversation. Not everybody knows that. And if you're not familiar with this, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Now, besides that, there are four big categories of how people make decisions. There are those that make decisions logically, and those that make decisions emotionally. And besides that, individuals make decisions either quickly or slowly. Now, if you're the type of person that makes decisions quickly and logically, you'll typically have a lot of challenges communicating with somebody that is the polar opposite of you, which is a person, an individual, that decides slowly and emotionally. For some reason, I had that challenge, and the way of thinking and processing information and the type of questions they need answers and the type of questions they ask don't compute. So it's important to hone that skill and learn how to do it. There's a science, there's a strategy, there's a way of doing it, and there are plenty of courses, trainings that help with that. But if you feel that this is something you'd like to address with me, reach out to me, and we'll see what is the best way for you to move forward. So if you are the type of person that makes decisions slowly and emotionally, and you're facing somebody that is quick and logical, they'll get impatient with you and they'll be looking for results, and you're trying to explain to them the how things work, and they're not interested in that. So why are you wasting time on sharing information that they're not interested in? Because what you're trying to do when you're communicating, when you're selling, and selling is not only about products, it's selling your ideas, it's sharing your energy with somebody else, it's transmitting information. So if you're a teacher and you're teaching a student that makes decisions quickly and is very logical, and you're trying to approach them from a slow, methodical way, you lost them. You're gonna think that they're not interested, where in fact the problem is you, that you're not adapting to that person. And a teacher is a seller. They're selling information, education, knowledge. So approach it from the point of view of sales. Now, this is a very wide subject, and it's a very important subject that cannot be shared in a 10-minute video, but I'll give you a couple of elements. So when you're dealing with somebody that is a quick decision maker and is a logical decision maker, all you need to do is listen to the questions they ask. They'll probably be asking questions of, hey, what does your solution do for me? And focus on answering those questions. And if you do that, they'll be ready to make a decision and move forward, or tell you that, listen, this is not for me. And that's okay. If you're dealing with somebody that's a quick decision maker and emotional, then they are usually the type of person that likes to have fun, that likes to engage. They're very social. So keep that in mind. And don't approach it in a methodical, slow approach, because they're going to get bored with you and you're going to lose them. If somebody is asking a lot of questions, technical, on how does this work, what is the next step, specifically what it is that is going to happen after we do this, and after that happens, what's the next step? You're talking to somebody that makes decisions very methodically, is very analytical and very logical in their way of decision making. There's no use in forcing the issue with these people. What they will appreciate is you giving them room to analyze information. Instead of you presenting, have them do the legwork. Keep connection with them and keep them accountable to you. and they'll appreciate that from you and move them slowly, slowly, step by step, moving forward to the end goal. The trick with them, and that's the difficulty, is find what they are passionate about. They talk and speak very methodically, thought out, but there is something that they're passionate about. They may be passionate about the stars, looking at the stars and analyzing how planets revolve around. If you find what they're passionate about, engage them on that subject, try to have a correlation with what it is that they're reaching out to you for, and when you see the twinkle in their eyes of making a new realization, then you can engage their emotion. And we always buy through emotion, not logic. Logical thinking justifies the purchase, the decision, but it's always an emotional decision. And there's a fourth type. The fourth type is they make decisions emotionally and slowly. And those are usually very socially minded, community minded individuals. So you want to make sure that a giveaway for those would be that they will need to consider everybody's feelings before they make a decision. So approach them from the point of view of inclusion, social validation, and give them the opportunity to see that you're trustworthy, that you're there to help them, and help them understand that you're there for their benefit, not to push something on them. So if you can manage to adapt yourself to these four different types, regardless of which one you are, and I'm not saying it's easy. It takes practice, and typically you can't do this alone. You need someone that's versed and understands this and has practical knowledge on how to apply it. So if you do need help, I encourage you, reach out to either a training course that does provide this. If you're looking for becoming a professional salesperson, make sure that the training course you're taking addresses this. This is crucial because this will help you connect with people much better than just strategies and techniques. It may be me, it may be someone else, but do get help. I encourage you to do that if you want to communicate better, not even in sales, with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your family. They've all got different ways of communicating. Enough said for today. I wish you better communication for a world filled with love, peace, and abundance. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.